Hi, welcome to It's Your Business. My name is Cindy Doherty and I'll be your host today. And today we are excited to welcome Matt Nussey from Newtown Health Center, which is a relatively new business located in Newtown. Hi Matt, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you.
Appreciate your being here today. First of all, we'd like to just hear a little bit about you and your background.
Well, I was born here in Cincinnati, actually on the west side, and went to LaSalle High School and then went on to University of Cincinnati for college, and then I actually moved to Chicago to attend chiropractic school at National University of Health Sciences. And then once I graduated from chiropractic school there, I opened a practice in downtown Chicago. And then about 6 months ago, my wife and I decided to pack everything up and move back to Cincinnati, kind of to be closer to family. Started a new practice.
Excellent, excellent. Well, first of all, it's interesting that you moved from the west side originally to the east side.
Everybody's been telling me that.
That's always something that comes up. Very unusual, so congratulations, I guess.
So far so good, yeah.
Good, good. So why did you decide to locate your business on the east side and Newtown in particular?
Well, I guess I chose the east side particularly because my family is all there. My sister, her kids, my mom, basically my whole family kind of migrated this way while I was gone.
Gone in Chicago.
And so, when I came back, I want to be close to them. That's why we came back.
Fit.
So, I looked at office space all over Anderson, all over this kind of area, and just found the perfect spot at Newtown. The town was really welcoming to me. Everybody's been super friendly, nice, real accommodating with anything I wanted to do, really. So that's kind of how I found the location.
Important.
Very.
And I think when I think of Newtown, I think of it as one of the corridors from Cincinnati out to the east side into Anderson Township. So it's kind of a natural fit for businesses, I think. Good traffic flow through there, and like you say, small town atmosphere,
right.
But part of the greater Anderson Township area, which is neat.
It's so far been a really good location. So
good, good. What drew you to chiropractic care to begin with?
It started back all the way into my childhood when I actually saw a chiropractor, which I guess maybe back then was a little unusual for someone, as young as I was. I think I was, 10, 11, 12, something like that. And I had really bad headaches. The other thing I had was really bad asthma. I was being treated regularly for asthma. My mother took me to a chiropractor for my headaches, which eventually was resolved. But then what I started noticing was that I didn't really have the issue with asthma anymore.
Really?
Which was unusual, which I thought was unusual at the time.
Right.
And so it was explained to me that, basically what a chiropractor is doing is altering your nervous system or making your nervous system function at an optimal level. And that kind of can alleviate a lot of diseases if that's a problem for you. So that kind of sparked my interest. I was pre-med in college and kind of looking around, what should I do, and visited medical schools and dental schools, and then visited the chiropractic school that I ended up going to, and just kind of liked their program and kind of went in that direction.
Interesting, interesting. I don't think people tend to think about the types of outcomes that can occur through chiropractic care, but asthma certainly, that's really interesting that helped you that much.
Yeah, it's one of those unusual things that people don't think about. People obviously think about the lower back pain, the neck pain, the headaches,
sure.
And those, the pain conditions, but, again, because it's dealing with the nerves and how they flow to organ systems, it can be very beneficial to all kinds of different problems.
Exactly. And if it works?
That's right.
Great.
That's right.
I know your business is titled Newtown Health Center, but I think one thing that I understood from talking to you, that it's much more than chiropractic care. Can you talk a little bit about what else is involved in your business?
Sure, yeah. So I named it Newtown Health Center instead of something with chiropractic because I am a chiropractor by trade, but in the years of doing this, I've been doing this for 8 years now in Chicago, I've kind of developed a system where I use other approaches to treat a bunch of different diseases. So I'm doing a lot of nutrition, a lot of weight loss coaching, activity modification, a lot of supplementing, dealing with supplements, a lot of rehab for like acute injuries, and then I do the basis, which is chiropractic. So I don't like to box myself in as that I'm just, only treating everything chiropractically, because I do do a bunch more.
It's really a wellness approach.
That's more what it is. It's a wellness center. My goal is to get people healthy and keep them out of the healthcare system, so they don't need to rely on the healthcare system. They can just go about their lives living healthy and doing whatever they want and being happy and living longer and that kind of stuff. So.
Which is a great approach, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm really, really passionate about it. So.
I can tell that from our previous discussion, which I think is wonderful. You and I also talked about the Foundation for Wellness Professionals.
Correct.
Which I found really interesting, because I don't think the public probably knows very much about that and all the good things that you do. What's the purpose of this organization?
Yeah, well, first of all, it is a national organization. It's national and in Canada. Their whole purpose, their whole purpose for being is to screen people early for diseases that are preventable and do the minimal amount of treatment to keep, big disastrous problems from happening. Heart attacks, strokes, and things of that nature.
Right.
And then the other side of it is educating the public through, workshops, which we do on how to take care of yourself, again, so you don't have to rely on the healthcare system. So it's basically about prevention and controlling diseases early and keeping people from becoming sick.
Right. Because there are so many big things that are preventable if people just change their lifestyles a little bit and are educated about it.
Right. All of the main killers and things that people live with as far as chronic diseases, almost all of them are preventable.
How much time do you devote to volunteer work? Because your participation with the foundation is volunteer. Is that correct?
It's volunteer, yeah. We don't get paid for it. I do it, and I can't speak for everybody, but I do it, and I'm sure everybody else as well does it just because we agree with the mission that they're on. So
and this is the part I think you're passionate about.
Right, yeah. So this is how I run my practice as well. So sorry, getting back to your question, I do have to make a living, so I can't devote my whole time to it. But they want you to do at least 5 hours a week, and that's either lecturing, going to different places, doing screenings, and we do them all over churches, community centers, small business. Whoever wants us, we come and do the screenings. So 5 hours between that and then seeing patients in my office for free, consulting with patients and doing the screenings in my office. And then the other side of that, again, is the workshops that we do, the hour-long workshops. So between those, they want you doing about 5 hours a week. I was doing probably 10 when I was in Chicago, and then kind of that slipped a little bit just because, I've been back and been busy and stuff like that, but I'm trying to build that back up.
Now, you mentioned seeing patients for free. How do you determine who's qualified to do that?
So this is how it works. We go out to the public and we're meeting a bunch of people. We're screening people for blood pressure. We're doing stress screenings. We're teaching people about weight loss and whatever in our workshops. There are times that people want to come to my office. Sometimes I refer them. It's extremely high blood pressure. They go to a hospital or something like that. But sometimes that's something that I might be able to help them with, or refer them to the right person, or give them more advice. It's such a busy, hectic atmosphere at a screening or at a lecture where there's hundreds of people potentially. Because we're nonprofit, I can't profit off of. I can't see people and get paid for them that come from this means. So those people I have to see for free at my office. So.
Got it. I understand. So what types? You mentioned the fact that you go into church groups or companies, and these are all people who contact you because they feel that there's a need and they are offering workshops or they're educating their populations as to what you offer and what treatments are out there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, once the word kind of gets out, and it takes a while, but I've done them in a bunch of retail locations, where I just set up a little area and do the screenings for them. I've done them at churches, community centers. Basically just anybody that wants us to come in, they contact us. We set up an appropriate time, and it usually works out beneficially for all parties involved. So it's a really good thing. That's
great. And you may have said this, but screenings in particular for?
Well, we do a specific stress screening, and
Okay.
then we do a blood pressure screening that
Okay.
goes along with it.
Okay.
And, it's a real quick 5-minute with the blood pressure, like a questionnaire that somebody
Okay.
has to fill out, and then we do 2 tests, and then they're on their way.
So it's, yeah, not very time consuming. and
Not time
easy thing to
consuming,
do.
not difficult. I don't need a lot of equipment, but
Right.
the importance can't be overlooked.
Oh,
The importance
absolutely.
for finding these things early, and we find them all the time on people that just don't know they have any problems.
And may not have taken the time or the energy to contact a physician, but
Right.
because you're right there,
Right.
it makes it a whole lot easier.
That's another big point, is that especially in the economy and the way it is now, people are avoiding going
Right.
to doctors because it's expensive.
It is.
So again, it's a free service. You save however much money, I don't even know, but people are avoiding health care because of the economy and that kind of situation, which only compounds the problem.
Exactly. It's a great service. Topics of the lectures and the workshops you provide? Same, kind of in the same,
Yeah, I mean,
area?
all kinds of stuff, from dealing with stress to chronic pain management, which includes like carpal tunnel, fibromyalgia, headaches, and then all the way up to things like weight loss, how to lose weight, how to do that correctly and properly, because there's so much misinformation about that. It just spans the gamut.
that's great. That's really interesting. Again, I've already mentioned this a couple of times, but your passion is evident. Why is volunteering so important to you?
Volunteering is important because I believe in what I'm doing passionately. I truly believe in the mission that this foundation in particular has, and that is prevention of disease, and the effect that has not only on people's lives, makes them healthier, makes them live longer, makes them be able to do the things they enjoy in their lives. But
Right.
the other side of that is how economically beneficial that is to the country as a whole. The country is drowning in debt. A lot of it is because of how the healthcare system is set up,
Absolutely.
and fixing that is a big a part of that as well. So, I enjoy volunteering because I believe in the purpose. I believe in what I'm doing.
That's good. We also talked about the part that Parish Ministries plays in your volunteer commitment. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. If somebody comes in, and this is a part of the free consults that I do in my office, if I find somebody that wants to come into my office, or I feel it's appropriate that they should be in my office, we do ask from time to time for them to make a donation to the Parish Ministries, which is a food bank and a
Another
clothing
great
bank.
organization.
Right. Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
important things.
So again, I'm giving away a lot of my time, but I like to be able to help out with other organizations as well. So from time to time, we'll ask for a small donation for somebody that wants to come in for a consult
Yeah.
at our office.
Nice. I know you're also involved, just coming into Newtown, with the Newtown Business Association, and also with the Anderson Area Chamber of Commerce. How has that association, or both of those associations, helped you in developing your business?
Yeah. I've joined about every organization I could think of. Those are the 2 big ones that have been helpful. With the Newtown Business Association, everybody again has been real welcoming to me and real
That's good to
accommodating.
hear.
Yeah, and almost surprising. Coming from Chicago, I mean, I don't want to talk bad about Chicago, but it's not a community feel. It's so big that you kind of get swallowed up and lost.
Right.
So, it was nice to come and you go to the meetings and everybody knows your name, and it's one of those kind of things. And, they've been real accommodating with, helping me promote and get my name out and everything like
Good,
that. Yeah.
good.
And then with Anderson, the same can be said. And I've already done screenings with the Anderson Chamber of Commerce.
Were you
everything's
involved
been-
with the Party on the Plaza in some way?
Party on the Plaza, yeah.
What did you do with that?
I did the basic screen that we do, again,
Okay.
the stress screen and the blood pressure screen. So I was here for the last Party on the Plaza, and there's a couple more. So we'll see
Yep.
if I'll be back if they need me, and
Good.
I'm always available to do those kind of things.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're just about out of time, but it's been great to talk with you and know more about what the Newtown Health Center provides. It's certainly more than chiropractic care, and you are located right in the middle of beautiful downtown Newtown.
Correct.
And thank you for all the services that you provide, certainly more than just what the name of your business says.
Absolutely.
We'd also like to thank our audience for joining us today for It's Your Business. Please join us for the next edition. Again, I'm Cindy Doherty. Thank you.